What's up, beards and beard lovers? Ronnie with Magnanimous Beard Products. Today we're going to go over beard trimming 101. 3 or 4 weeks ago we had a comment. One of you guys out there wanted us to do a video on trimming your beard. So guess what we got for you? A video on trimming your beard. We're going to be going over how to do it at home, the things that I do when I trim my beard. I've got a wonderful video clip from Outlaw Barber Company out of South Carolina. We're going to show you how the pros do it. And then we're going to show you and talk about mistakes that I personally made when I decided to go big bearded. So let's get started. All right, before we get into anything beard trimming, guys, we're going to talk about knowing and defining your shape of your beard. Every beard's different. Everybody's got a different shape. The first thing you have to do in determining how to trim your beard is to know what shape you have. All right? All right, guys, so after I get out of the shower each day, this is the very first thing I do. I grab our beard apron. We sell these for 10 bucks. You've got your suction cups on the mirror. I come out of the shower, I'm gonna hook my apron to my hooks. As you see, it is now a catch-all. So what I have to do daily is with my mustache, I don't like it hanging over my lip line. So I make these needlepoint scissors in the shape of a hummingbird, all right? And what I do daily is I'll go through and use these pinpoint precision scissors to keep my mustache off my line. All right, so after I've made that first pass on my mustache, I take my big beard detangler brush and I brush out the hair, because you're gonna have some hairs that aren't laying down all the way. So I brush it all straight down. And then what I'm gonna do is take our scissors again and run back across the lip line. Okay, so after I've gotten my lip line in check, what I'm gonna do periodically throughout the week is I'm gonna go up and around my ear. All right, I like to keep this very clean and off of my ear. So I come through using my pinpoint precision scissors again, and keep this area around my ear very clean and well maintained. Okay guys, I've maintained my mustache line. Now, as I mentioned earlier, talking about maintaining our upper line. This is my upper line here. So what I'm gonna do daily is I'm gonna take and keep these upper lines very clean and very well maintained. So always maintain your upper lines. Okay guys, we got our mustache, we got our upper line. Now we're going to talk about our side line and our bottom line. All right, as you look under here, you're going to see how I have hair that grows at the bottom of my beard and on the side of my beard. Okay, so guys, we want to keep this area around our neckline very clean and well maintained. So I'm going to go around the bottom of my beard growth and keep all this area very clean and well maintained. All right, last thing we got to do, guys, is now that we've got all our trimming done, so we're going to remove our apron from the hooks. We're going to take it outside and shake it out. And guess what? Your wife, your spouse, and your loved ones are going to love having a clean sink. Zeus approved. All right, beards and beard lovers, I've shown you how to trim your mustache, maintaining your sidelines, and some things that I do. Now I'm going to introduce you to the only person I trust with my beard trimming, and that's my wife, also my beard barber. All right, guys, the first thing, what she'll do for me about every 2 months is she'll go down and maintain my sidelines, and she's going to maintain the bottom. So she's going to show you kind of how we do that. All right?
Okay, all I do is when his hair tends to grow this way up here, so I have to keep it off of his ear, otherwise it looks like ear hair. You don't want ear hair. So I just go straight down his sides. Keep that very clean. And make sure it stays off of his ear. And then I let him maintain his sides with his razor.
All right, now if she's done that first pass, like I've shown you in some of the previous discussion on the beard care, is take your brush and brush out your hairs, because you're going to have some hairs that are curled under that need to come out, so that we can double check and make sure that we've got everything. Now guys, again, I use the brush versus the comb. I'm going to show you the comb after she gets done here. The brush works. This comb, stuck. And this is a comb designed to detangle hair. That's why I'm a huge fan of the brush. Goes straight through. All right, so now that I've got our sides clean, let's show you what we do across the bottom.
Okay, so now I just come around the front and square him up because he's got the square beard. And I pull down to these bottoms to see what starts growing. Nobody's body is symmetrical. Beard hair grows asymmetrical also, so one side tends to grow longer. So I just even that up, cut the dead right off the bottom, straight across to square him up. And make sure he has no straggle. There you go.
All right, now that I've shown y'all how I do things at home on the amateur level, I'm going to show you how the pros do it. Last week we asked Outlaw Barber Company out of just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, to do a video. These guys are phenomenal. Check out what they do and how they trim beards.
You don't have to really. Ladies, gents, ready?
Okay, wow, I hope you enjoyed that clip from Outlaw Barber Company. Aren't they phenomenal? Look, guys, we're going to sum this up. I've kind of shown you some things to do. We're going to have a couple discussions real quick. I'm going to share with you mistakes that I've made. Number one, when you're growing, if you're going to go big bearded, if you want your beard to be as big and as full as it can be, two mistakes that I made early on in my beard career. Number one, I absolutely murdered my mustache about a year ago. I was like, I didn't want my mustache curling and flowing, and I clipped it all the way down to about right here. And guys, when I did that, it left a big gap or a gorge in my beard. And that was kind of painful for me for a little while. I had to wait for it to grow back in and to fill back in that area. So if you're going big bearded, you have to make a decision on how you're going to maintain and care for your mustache. Guys, the second mistake I made early on in my beard career is I used to keep my underneath or my bottom neckline kind of trimmed all the way up to my jawline. Well, if you're going to let your beard grow out, you're going to need that hair from your neckline to thicken and fortify your beard. So as a general rule, what I recommend is keep your neckline right at or near the level or the length of your beard out front. That way, as that hair comes in, this is going to hang lower, so it's always going to have a different length than your other beard. So if you're going to go big bearded, you're eventually going to need this hair underneath or at the bottom of your beard to thicken and fulfill your beard. All right. Other things I'd like for you guys just to keep in mind: know and own your shape. All right. We talked about that at the beginning. Just don't try to do more than what you've got. Clean lines are way better than unmaintained lines. Okay, so the shorter your beard, if you keep a shorter, low-cut beard, as a general rule, you should probably get your beard trimmed every 3 to 4 weeks. Bigger beards, if you're going for the biggest beard that you can grow, typically every 6 to 8 weeks, every 2 months. That's about how often I trim mine, just to freshen it up and keep it on point. So keep those things in mind. And then guys, if you're using a clipper, the last bit of recommendations I'm going to offer, I do occasionally use clippers, but I feel much safer using scissors. They're just less accident prone for me and my family. But if you use clippers, always, always, always use the biggest guard you have and work down, all right, in size. Don't ever think that you've got the right size. Always start bigger and work smaller. All right, that way you don't accidentally have a mishap. And then the last thing, golden rule, guys, don't forget this: less is more in beard trimming. Whether you're using clippers or scissors, always take less than you think you should. You can't put it back on once it's gone off. All right, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have gained some insight on to maintaining and trimming your beard. I'm off to see Cody Jinks tonight with my beautiful wife and my beautiful beard barber. I hope you guys have a magnanimous weekend. Stay bearded. Zeus approved.